the show that shines a light on the stuff we rarely think about, but can't live without. In a world of engineering, it's the little things that keep life running smoothly. So stick around. It's time to spark some new ideas. Welcome to Sparking Conversations.
Fast.
Both.
Both.
Neither.
Oh,
Both.
now let me explain. We are designed for the future as much as we are for the past.
Transportation is an ever-evolving field. How people move today is different than 10, 20, 50 years ago, and will be different moving into the future. Our solutions to handle transportation has to evolve with that.
Yes, from a drainage perspective, we're trying to right past wrongs, if you will, mitigate for times when drainage codes were not as stringent, and therefore we target both replaced and new impervious surfaces.
We shouldn't blame the engineers for these inadequacies because they're doing their job based on the knowledge they had at the time. One example I have is on our 205 highway here in Portland. The Abernathy Bridge is currently being upgraded to meet the new seismic codes. This will be the first seismically resilient bridge in the Portland metro area.
You know, as a whole, we really underinvest in the Northwest in our infrastructure. In fact, throughout the U.S., and you can see it, transportation as an example. You drive down local streets, the potholings, torn up streets. I'm looking at a pedestrian improvement just earlier today, and they're willing to make these investments on the sidewalks, but yet the street's in complete disrepair. We need to fix this.
Along those same lines, there's a 2013 federal injunction that requires all jurisdictions to remove culverts that have been classified as fish barriers. As such, many of our transportation projects include these fish barrier removals and replacements that really help with spawning salmon.
Our jobs as civil engineers is to protect the welfare of the public. That was why we all went to school. We wanted to make the world a better place. However, I think it's unlikely that we're going to give the infrastructure the attention it needs unless a major catastrophe occurs. I think one good example of existing aging infrastructure is the I-5 crossing over the Columbia River. The older of the two bridges is well over 100 years old, and while this bridge still functions properly from a gravity load carrying capacity standpoint, if there was to be a large earthquake, it's almost certain that the bridges would have major collapse, rendering the entire region disrupted from major traffic flow.
Often it is difficult for public agencies to invest the time and money in upgrading their current facilities. Many times this will not happen until the public speaks up and demands improvements.
Collaboratively, the engineering community, the consultants, the agencies, the regulators, we all need to work together with our communities to make investing in our infrastructure an absolute priority. Get into the trenches and win those battles and go to bat for the projects that are going to make a difference in our community.
How can we maintain the flow of traffic, improve pedestrian safety, reduce accidents, provide multimodal experiences, improve stormwater? Those are the issues and challenges we deal with daily.
In the natural and built environments, engineering must always consider sustainability, longevity, and resource impact.
With current and ongoing advancements in the field of structural engineering, we're hopeful that our current designs will provide safety and longevity for the general public in the long term.
So how will everything change in the next 5, 10, 20, or 50 years?
The smallest sparks can ignite the brightest ideas. Thanks for tuning in to Sparking Conversations. Until next time, keep your curiosity glowing.